let's look at the good side first. Let's be positive and optimistic, because I'm a believer in this technology. I think it does all sorts of incredible things, and I'm not just talking about ChatGPT. I'm talking about the ability to take any proprietary data set and be maximally efficient in extracting value from it. Allowing workers to become AI adjacent in ways that will make them more productive and effective. I look at my own firm, Eurasia Group. We've got about 250 employees. And we did a town hall with them the other day. We do one every quarter. And we were talking about AI. And I said, I don't think there's anyone in any of these offices globally that will be displaced by AI in the next 3 to 5 years. Not one of my knowledge workers. But I said, all of you will be AI adjacent. And if you're not learning how to use AI to dramatically improve your work, whether you are an analyst or whether you're on the business side or you're in finance or you're, on the IT help desk, or you're a graphics person, an editor, whatever it is, you will become much less productive than other employees that are doing that. And that will be a problem for you. So we need to get you the tools, and you need to learn. So, I think that's true in almost every industry imaginable. It's true in education. It's true in healthcare and for new pharma and vaccines. It's true for new energy and critical infrastructure. And what's so amazing about it, one of the reasons why it's taking us so long to respond to climate change, even now that we all agree that it's happening, we all agree there's 420 parts per million of carbon in the atmosphere. We all agree there's 1.2 degrees centigrade of warming. Like that's no longer in dispute. And yet it's really taking us a long time to get to the point that we can reduce our carbon emissions. And the reason for that is because you need to change the critical infrastructure, right? You need to move from one entire supply chain oriented around carbon to another one oriented around something new, whether that's solar or green hydrogen or you name it, right? When you're talking about AI, you're talking about first and foremost creating efficiencies using your existing critical infrastructure, which means you have no vested corporations that are saying we don't want that. No, every corporation is saying, how can we invest in that to create greater profitability? Everyone, every oil company is going to use AI, just like every post-fossil fuel company is going to use it. Every bank is going to use it. Every pharmaceutical company, whether they're in mRNA or they're in traditional, vaccines that are developed as we have over decades now. I think that we truly underestimate the impact that will have in unlocking wealth, in unlocking human capital, and it's going to happen fast. It's not decades, as it took with globalization, to open markets and get goods and services to move across the world. It's years. In some cases, it's months. And that to me is very, very exciting. So that's the positive side. And frankly, that's what the positive side looks like without regulation too. Because, look, there are trillions of dollars being spent on this rollout, and it's being spent by a lot of people who are hyper smart. They are hyper competitive. They want to get there first before other companies that are in that space. And they don't need any further incentive to ensure that they can roll that out as fast as possible. So you and we can say whatever we want, but it's not, further subsidies are not required, right? Like that is just going to happen. That is going to happen. But what they're not doing, and I'm sure what you want to spend more time on with me, is not the everything's going to be great, or what they call this E-ACK, the sort of exponential accelerationists who just believe that if we just put all this money in it, then we're gonna all become a greater species, and it's just going to happen. But there are going to be a lot of negative externalities, and we know this from globalization. The miracle of your and my lifetimes thus far, before AI, the miracle was we managed to